Gentlemen, there are 3 specific vitamins, and I am including zinc in this category, even though it is technically a mineral, because it belongs in any honest discussion of the nutritional foundations of male sexual health that are so fundamental to testosterone production, blood vessel health, and erectile function, that their deficiency alone causes virtually every symptom of male sexual and physical decline after 50. And the sobering reality is this: the majority of men over 50 in the modern world are significantly deficient in all 3 simultaneously. Not 1, not 2, all 3. And when you are deficient in all 3 at once, the combined effect on your testosterone, your blood flow, and the combined effect on your erection quality is not simply additive. It is not simply additive, the result is actually multiplicative. Each deficiency compounds the damage of the others. This creates a compounding physiological spiral of damage. That explains why so many men over 50 feel as though their sexual vitality has fallen off a cliff, instead of having it decline more gradually. I am Dr. Calvin Harper, and today I am going to walk you through each of the 3 vitamins in precise detail: the biological mechanism, the clinical research, with specific journal citations, the exact forms, with the highest bioavailability, and the doses that peer-reviewed research supports for men over 50 seeking meaningful improvements in testosterone, blood flow, and erection quality. And critically, I am going to explain how these 3 work synergistically, why taking all 3 together produces results that none of them produces alone. Vitamin number 1 is vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, the form produced in skin by UVB radiation. And it is the biologically active form your body uses for hormone synthesis and for vascular regulation. Vitamin D is technically a sequesteroid, a molecule structurally similar to testosterone, using many of the same cellular receptor pathways. Research has established that vitamin D acts directly on the Leydig cells in the testes via the vitamin D receptor, stimulating transcription of genes in the testosterone biosynthesis pathway. A large observational study published in Hormone and Metabolic Research, analyzing 2,299 men, found a direct linear correlation between serum 25-hydroxyvitamin D and testosterone, with men in the highest quartile of vitamin D having significantly higher testosterone. A randomized controlled trial from the same journal assigned men to either vitamin D3 supplementation at 3,232 IU daily, assigned to a placebo group for 12 months. The supplementation group experienced a significant increase in total testosterone of approximately 20% compared to placebo. Vitamin D's role in male sexual health extends beyond testosterone. Vitamin D receptors are present on endothelial cells throughout the body, including the penile arteries. Research published in Clinical Science demonstrated that vitamin D activates endothelial nitric oxide synthase, stimulating nitric oxide production and improving vessel dilation. A separate study found that men with vitamin D deficiency had significantly impaired flow-mediated dilation compared to sufficient men, and that correcting deficiency improved these scores meaningfully. The optimal range for testosterone and endothelial benefits is 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter of serum 25-OH vitamin D, a target the majority of men over 50 living and working indoors never approach. The supplementation dose required to reach this range is typically 4,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily. Take with a fat-containing meal. It is fat-soluble and requires dietary fat for absorption. Vitamin number 2 is vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form of menaquinone. This MK7 form has the longest biological half-life and most widespread tissue distribution. Vitamin K2 acts as a biological traffic controller for calcium, directing it away from soft tissues, particularly arterial walls, and toward bone where it belongs. When vitamin K2 is deficient, inactive matrix GILA protein allows calcium to deposit in arterial walls unchecked, a process called arterial calcification. Calcified arteries cannot dilate. The smooth muscle in a calcified arterial wall is physically encased in calcium deposits. This physical encasement prevents it from relaxing in response to nitric oxide. No nitric oxide intervention, from L-citrulline, beetroot, olive oil, or any other source, can dilate a mechanically calcified artery. Vitamin K2 is therefore not just a bone supplement. It is a prerequisite for the success of every other blood flow intervention. Critically, vitamin D3 supplementation without adequate vitamin K2 can paradoxically accelerate arterial calcification. Vitamin D3 significantly increases calcium absorption from the gut. Without vitamin K2 to direct this extra calcium to bone, it deposits in soft tissues including arterial walls. This means if you are already supplementing vitamin D3 without K2, you may be inadvertently worsening your arterial health. Research published in Thrombosis and Hemostasis demonstrated that high vitamin K2 intake was associated with a 52% reduction in arterial calcification and a 57% reduction in cardiovascular mortality. Take 200 to 300 micrograms of vitamin K2 MK7 together with your vitamin D3 with a fat-containing meal. These are inseparable partners. D3 without K2 is incomplete and counterproductive. The third member of the trio is zinc. Zinc is required as a cofactor for 17-beta-hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase, the enzyme performing the final conversion step in testosterone biosynthesis. Without adequate zinc, this enzyme cannot function at full capacity, and testosterone production is impaired at the final stage, regardless of how well the upstream hormonal pathway functions. Zinc is also essential for the production of superoxide dismutase, one of the body's primary antioxidant enzymes. It neutralizes the superoxide radicals that destroy nitric oxide in blood vessel walls. By supporting superoxide dismutase activity, zinc protects the nitric oxide your endothelium produces from oxidative destruction, ensuring more reaches the smooth muscle of pineal arteries. Research from Wayne State University, published in the journal Nutrition, found that zinc restriction caused testosterone levels to drop by 75% in healthy young men within 20 weeks. Zinc supplementation in mildly deficient elderly men nearly doubled serum testosterone over 6 months. The most bioavailable forms of zinc supplement are zinc glycinate, zinc picolinate, and zinc citrate. Take 15 to 25 milligrams of elemental zinc in one of these forms with your evening meal. Do not take zinc on an empty stomach as it can cause nausea. Take it separately from your morning vitamin D3 and K2 to avoid absorption competition. The 3-vitamin protocol: 4,000 to 5,000 IU vitamin D3 with 200 to 300 micrograms vitamin K2 MK7 at breakfast and 15 to 25 milligrams zinc glycinate at dinner, creates a hormonal and vascular restoration trifecta. D3 boosts testosterone production and stimulates endothelial nitric oxide synthase. K2 protects arterial walls from calcification and ensures D3's calcium mobilization goes to bone. Zinc completes the testosterone synthesis pathway and protects nitric oxide from superoxide destruction. Together, they address the 3 most common and most directly correctable nutritional deficiencies underlying male sexual decline after 50. Implement all 3 consistently for 30 days and measure the results. Which of these 3 are you missing? Comment below right now. I am Dr. Calvin Harper, and I will see you in the next video.